Hey, what's going on, folks, and welcome to another Reputized video. My apologies for being absent for several days. I've just been so busy taking care of stuff around here. But I'm here now to talk about Central Intelligence, a 2016 action comedy drama starring Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. It's all about these two former classmates who bump into each other 20 years later for their class reunion. Come to find out, Dwayne Johnson's character, who apparently changed his name to Bob Stone, is a CIA agent. Kevin Hart, who plays Calvin Joyner, the fast-talking accountant, doesn't know this until CIA agents chasing them. You got shootouts, you got car chases, all about them trying to find a person called the Black Badger. Dwayne Johnson's character needs Kevin Hart's character's numbering skills to help him save a compromised U.S. spy satellite system. The movie was directed by Rawson Thurber, who recently directed Skyscraper. It was well directed, cinematography and the music and everything. It's everything you expect out of a Dwayne Johnson movie. And also, this movie's got a really good message to it. Dwayne Johnson's character was overweight at the beginning, and he got picked on a lot. But in the end, he gives a really good speech. I'm not going to give anything away, but I can kind of relate to it. I've got a disability in my legs, and I try not to show my vulnerable side with that. So that's why I can kind of relate. And you also got cameos like Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy. Jason Bateman, he plays the older version of the bully that picked on Dwayne Johnson's character at the beginning. And I gotta tell you, he played a definite asshole in this. I'm sorry for cussing, but it just had to be said. And, I know there's people out there like that. There's actually people out there like that. But, you just can't let them get to you because you're going to let them win. Otherwise, you don't want that. But getting back to what I was saying, sorry I veered off there. This movie is just very lighthearted, and I recommend it. It was well-paced. I hadn't heard much complaints. Critics praised it. The story was straightforward. It was pretty good. If you like espionage stuff, it wasn't like Kingsman or Mission Impossible or anything. Dwayne Johnson, he played like a spunky type character. Out of a person that's that muscular and buff, you wouldn't expect this kind of personality coming from somebody like that. Now, I'm not trying to judge others that are actually like that are actually buffed. I have no doubt that there's people out there like that. But looking at this movie and knowing that Dwayne Johnson's in it, you always see him play tough characters. Fast and Furious, Skyscraper. He always plays serious roles. He takes himself seriously. But in this, he was sort of like the class clown, I guess you could say, of the movie. But he had a really light personality, I guess you could say. And that's what I loved about it. You don't really see tough guys like this play roles like this. But at the same time, he was tough in this movie. He wasn't trying to take himself seriously. He wasn't trying to be serious throughout the whole movie. It was like somebody being themselves while at the same time doing what they do best. Kevin Hart, he always plays like straight up comedy. He's crazy. He's pretty good. He was a stand-up comedian. He is a stand-up comedian on the side, so every time you see him in a movie, it's never going to be a horror movie or a serious movie. It's always going to be something funny. The cinematography and the music and everything was just awesome. They try to get a person called the Black Badger, who's the main villain. This movie was pretty worth it. If you like Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, he's there. This movie is definitely for you. It's one of those that might not be all that forgettable. Most movies that come out, when it deals with action, like Skyscraper, now, I know I'll never forget that movie, but a lot of people are saying that Skyscraper is one of those movies that's forgettable, and they compare it to Die Hard and Tyrant Inferno and blah, 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 blah. But this movie, Central Intelligence, is definitely worth it. I definitely recommend you checking it out on Fire Stick or DirecTV or renting it or whatever you got to do. I'm going to give Central Intelligence an A. Stay tuned for more reviews coming soon. I hope you like this video. Click like, subscribe, and get reputized. Peace to rep out!